Hey everybody, Chad here. In this video, we're going to talk about intuition, but we're kind of going to talk more. We're not going to talk everything about intuition because this is like a loaded subject, but it's really about how to follow your intuition, how to listen to your intuition, and this is something I really struggle with because again, if you follow me, kind of when we talk about these subjects, I'm a thinker, I'm an analyzer. I like to overanalyze things and think about things. Sometimes that has a pro, but other times that has a huge con. So that's what we're going to talk about today in this video. So if you're interested, you can always follow. I don't go on a great big spiel because you get it. You get it. YouTube's been around for a long time. But anyway, how to follow your intuition. How to know that you have that intuitive voice. And I'm going to talk to you about something that I struggle with that really hinders listening to your intuition yourself. So what is an intuition? The basic point of me talking about it is your intuition is your gut feeling. We all have it. We can call intuition as your voice. Depending upon your religious background, it's a voice of God. It's how God communicates with you. I was listening to one woman that, intuition, we all have the answer inside us, but we let our inner chatter, we let our overthinking kind of tone that down. No matter what decision we have to make, we always have that intuitive voice that's going to give us the right answer and give us what to do. So that being said, in my opinion, intuition is just that gut feeling. We've all had that happen throughout our life. We have we feel an intuitive moment like I want to call my mom, then all of a sudden she calls me. You know what I mean? Or I want to call my sister, then I call my sister. My sister said, "Oh, I was just thinking about you." Yeah, we've all had those moments where we go somewhere, maybe we go shopping, or we go to a mall, we go to a restaurant, and we walk in and you just kind of have that overall feeling like you shouldn't be there. So then you leave, So we've all had those moments throughout our life, but most of us kind of want, well, how do I listen to it more? How do I know that it's giving me good advice? That's a tough one. That's really tough. Now, one of the drawbacks is, one of the things I struggle with is that I like to think, I like to overthink, I like to overanalyze. So if you're like me, you're really going to kind of get a lot out of this, because if I'm kind of thinking about something and I'm trying to make a decision and I'm trying to listen to my, maybe my gut feelings telling me what to do, okay, but we don't know if it's the right thing or not. So our gut feeling, our intuition is really telling us what to do, but we don't know if it's the right thing. So then what do? Okay, I can tell you what I do. I start overthinking it. I start overanalyzing it. Okay, then once I start thinking and overanalyzing, I start to jump around and start asking other people for their opinions. You know what I mean? And it just gets worse because I'm already overthinking it. Then I'm running around asking everybody their opinion about the subject. They give me their opinion. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It's good advice, bad advice. Depends upon their background. So it just makes the more chatter in your mind, because then you're even more confused because you don't know. Because you talk to so many people, they give you different views, different opinions, what they would do, what not do. Then it kind of just tones down that intuitive voice you have. You know what you got to do, but you're trying to find somebody that tells you do it. And sometimes that happens, sometimes it don't. But the biggest thing with your inner voice, the inner chatter that goes on, we kind of have to control that. It's hard to control. Once you fall in that trap, sometimes I fall in a trap where I have to several days, I'm just thinking. And the more I do that, it feels like for me, it just gets out of hand. I don't know what to do. I don't know what decision to make. So I've talked to so many people and And so lots of time is just trying your best to calm down, be quiet, meditate, where if you're not really into meditation, but really, if you're not really into meditation, what I'm really talking about in meditation, I'm not saying like you have to sit there and be like, you know, it's, you know, I could be in here in the resort and just, I don't have the TV on, I'm not listening to music, it's just very peaceful and quiet. I'm just trying to relax and just not think about anything and just kind of let it flow through me. Because we have to kind of remember, kind of giving you a lot of stuff, like energy flows, okay? Like once we start getting worried and fear, we start overthinking and thinking, and we're thinking about all this negative obstacles in this decision we're trying to make, everything gets tight, you know, everything gets tense, and as the more tenser we get, the energy don't flow freely. Everything is energy, makes sense. You know, thought is energy. So I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. I was like talking. I was like, boing, like my mind shut off. But that's something I do. Another thing I've been doing, because the reason why I'm doing this video, because I was trying to make a decision. I was falling into a trap, and I was trying to just listen to that intuitive voice. Another thing I was doing here is just going for a walk. Like because I just felt like a little bit anxiety. So the last few days I just been walking a lot, and that kind of really helped. Just walking, kind of taking peaceful walks, walking by myself. I'm not with friends or whatever that just keep on talking. So sometimes for me, just sitting in my room, staying peaceful, it wasn't working. So I would get out and go for a long walk, sometimes an hour walk, a 30-minute walk, and that would really help because I would be more at peace and stuff like that. And then from that, like another thing I would do is, I'm kind of giving you ideas. Another thing I kind of do is just ask God. No matter what your religious background, I'm not pushing a religion here. You know, if whatever you want to call it, you ask Mother Nature, ask the universe, ask God, whatever. If you want to ask, hey, what should I do? And then just it's kind of like the philosophy of let go and let God. Makes sense? And you kind of ask and you just wait. Okay, that's hard to do. You know what? You ask, you let go. Okay, kind of let go and let God. Okay, and you wait. The thing of waiting is you tone down that chatter. You tone down that overthinking, and and on top of it, you shut off. Okay, you stop immediately. You stop asking people their opinion, but that's just going to make it worse. So that's another thing you can do. And in following intuition, I mean, it's in everything. Maybe you have a relationship question, okay? Then you run around to your friends, and all your friends have bad relationships, but you're running around asking for their opinion. We know what to do, but we want validation. The more validation you get, the more people you talk to, the more inner chatter, the more confusion, the more confused you get because you don't know. Then you don't know if it's right thing, wrong thing, right thing, wrong thing. You just have to follow your gut, and that's hard to do. You just have to follow. My phone just beeped over there. But anyway, you just have to follow your gut. The more you follow your gut, the more you act on your intuition, the better it will get, the stronger it will get. It's like a muscle, intuition, your gut feeling, it's like a muscle. The more you work out, the more in shape you get. The more, I don't have big muscles or anything, but the more in shape you get, the more better you get at it. Same with intuition. The more you listen to it, the more you follow it, the stronger it gets. And it's always telling you kind of what to do. And other people might not know, you know what I mean? So hopefully that helps. Just want to share that. I'll do a lot more videos on intuition. I just kind of want to keep the topic. But this is a loaded subject, of course. There's a lot of stuff in here. But that's just kind of one thought. Because that's kind of the takeaway from this. With intuition, it's your gut feeling. Stay away from asking people's opinions. Especially that can be an addiction. I mean, if you're kind of like me, I can get in a habit where I'm talking to a lot of people and asking for their opinion about a certain topic. That just causes confusion. And on top of it, I overthink, overanalyze. So that's another thing. Keep that chatter down. Listen to your inner voice, then follow it. That's the best advice I can give you. It can be scary at times, but if you feel led to do something, do it. That's the biggest thing. The biggest takeaway here. If you feel led to do it, do it. If you feel led to reach out to somebody, reach out. You feel led to express your feelings to somebody, then do it. Makes sense? You don't need to talk to a million people and say, oh, I wouldn't do that, I wouldn't do that. But if you feel led to do it, then do it. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Okay, my friends? Other than that, I'll see you at the top, and I'll see you in another episode. Take care.